I wanted to tell you about what I'm making here before I jump into the topic of today's video. I had some leftover pizza dough. I've been using whole grains, freshly milled flour for my pizza dough, and this time I made the full recipe, so it makes 2 to 4 pizzas depending on how big you want them. I usually make one large pizza at a time, so 2 pizzas for me. And I had it in the fridge, wrapped in some plastic wrap for a couple of extra days, and I still made it work. It, as you could probably tell, it wasn't like rolling out the best, but pizza is so underrated. This is something that I've been trying to make more often because you can use up leftover random meat that you have in the fridge. Like we had some chicken left over that I didn't really have any other use for, and I just whipped up some homemade ranch. So I ideally would have made a chicken bacon ranch pizza, but we didn't have any bacon, so I just did chicken ranch and cheese, and it was really good. So I'm trying to experiment more in my kitchen like that to use things up and not be wasteful, and pizza is just a really great way that I'm finding to do that. I would say soup is another one. You can also use up a lot of stuff in soup. We just like pizza more than soup, to be honest. So that's what I've been doing. But let's get into the topic of today's video. So as you saw at the beginning, I definitely believe that humans need to be surrounded by beauty. I think a lot of modern architecture and art and stuff is just not beautiful. I said it, I think it's not beautiful. I definitely think that a lot of the old things, old churches, old buildings, old homes, obviously we can all agree they have more character. And I think humans need to be surrounded by that. So I wanted to chat a little bit about that today. But before I get into that a little bit more, I have a special announcement that is going to come up in this video in about 30 seconds. So I didn't want to get too much into the topic because then I'd have to stop at a weird point. So I will do the announcement and then I will jump back into talking about beauty. To share something a little bit exciting, something I've been working on. I created a little mini ebook all about transitioning to full-time homemaking. That transition was a lot harder than I had ever anticipated. Granted, I did become a mom at the same time, so I think that was part of it. I just had a lot of just different tips and insights that I've learned over the past 3 years that I wanted to share as somebody who really wanted to come home full-time and felt like that was like the dream. That's how I want to spend my life. That's what I want to give my life to. And then struggle busing in the transition. So it's just a little mini ebook. I wanted to keep it really affordable. I will have it linked down below, and I do hope that you will check it out. I'm excited about it. I hope that it brings encouragement. And I should also mention it's for anybody, whether you are working outside the home or not. I think there's valuable tips and information in there just for many aspects of keeping the home. It's definitely geared towards women who are coming home full-time, but I did include a section in there on working part-time and full-time as well, because I do actually still work very part-time from home when I have time. I kind of have like the insight into all three a little bit, I guess. So I do hope that you'll check it out. Like I said, I will have it linked below, and I just wanted to share that with you. So as I was saying, I think that humans need to be surrounded by beauty. I've seen different people online talking about normalizing regular homes and not the Pinterest-worthy, homes that a lot of influencers share. And I understand where they're coming from, and I agree, I think, with it on principle. But at the same time, there is no shame in making your home and your environment beautiful. I actually think that it's necessary and it's good for us to do that. So yes, while we want to normalize how our homes are and normalizing that it's okay for it to take time and to not be able to do everything at once, for it to take years, honestly, because money and time and effort, that's just hard to come by, especially when you're raising a family and you don't have a ton of energy all the time. Like, you have to ration your energy a little bit. I just don't like either ditch. I don't like, the perfection ditch where it's like, okay, sorry, had to pause there. My baby was getting upset. He was initially talking to his little, I don't know what you call them, something that hangs like above them where they can look at the things that hang, a mobile. I guess it's not a mobile, but it's like a toy kind of like that. And then it turned into not just talking, so I had to pause. But there are two ditches to fall into, and one would be the perfection ditch where, you know, everything's got to be perfect right away. You got to have the perfect kitchen, the perfect bedroom, the perfect paint colors everywhere. Like everything has to be just perfect, which I don't think anybody actually is in that situation, but Pinterest makes it seem like that. And then the other ditch would be, well, just don't care at all. And I just don't think that that's good either. So it's hard to hash out the nuance on the internet, and I totally understand that. So I think I can see where both sides are coming from. One side is definitely trying to inspire to beauty, and the other is trying to help you not compare yourself because you're probably a normal person just like everyone else, and your home isn't perfect. So yeah, it's one thing that I've had to be okay with though, is doing things very slowly and on a budget, and keeping your home clean and organizing it can really go a long way when you are having to wait to make things look and feel exactly how you want them. Because in reality, if you've been following along with some of my recent videos, I want my kitchen to be more of a cottage feel, and it is not like that at all. Like, that is not the design. The kitchen renovation that the previous owners did is beautiful, but it's definitely very modern. So there's actually kind of a lot that I would like to change, but there's also a lot that I probably won't get to change because it would actually require like taking cupboards down potentially, and that's a big job. So I'm trying to do what I can with what I have and make it feel like that and look like that, but it requires a lot of creativity and also just acceptance of what you have and gratefulness for what you do have. And speaking to the perfection side a little bit more, I think it's really easy to see, beautiful YouTube videos, beautiful Instagram pictures, and think that somebody's home looks like that. And even though we know there's no possible way. If they have kids, if they're just living their life, there's no possible way that their whole house looks like that. But we all think it. Like, we all are like, oh, well, mine doesn't look like that. Like, this room is a mess. I don't know why we do it. But I've seen influencers share, like, they'll share the pretty part that they kind of cleaned or staged for a photo or, put together for a video. And then they'll show like what's behind them, and it's not like that at all. They're maybe living in a renovation. There's toys everywhere. There's unfolded laundry. Like, it's all there. Everybody's living their life, and nobody can have everything in its place at all times. I don't know a single person that can really do that. And if they are doing that, then something else is probably suffering. So it's just challenging because I love content creation, and I love consuming, home content on YouTube. I don't really get on Instagram that often anymore, but I love YouTube. I love creating homemaking, home-centered content. But there is such a fine line even as a content creator, because you want to inspire people, but you don't want to instill that comparison. And there's also a fine line with that too, because it's not all on you as the content creator. Like, every person is responsible for themselves. So, what you choose to portray and what you choose to put on the internet hopefully is with the intention of just being inspiring and encouraging, but you also can't control if it brings up emotions in other people. So there's a tricky line to walk, and it's hard to strike a balance there, but I just don't like the ditches. There's always the ditches, there's always the nuance, and nobody's home is perfect. And yet at the same time, I think it's totally okay to have an ideal in your mind and to want to work towards it. Like, that is a good and holy pursuit. It just needs to be rightly ordered. It can't affect your mood, like, and how you're treating your family as a result because your mood is bad. It can't affect how your home feels for everyone in it. It has to be kept in its place and something that you enjoy the process of. I think that's really what it comes down to, is being content with what you have and where you are at, and then enjoying the process of pursuing something greater. So I think I will leave you with that today. Like I said in the little announcement, I will have my ebook linked down below. It will take you right to my website, and then you can, if you're interested, you can pay right on there. It's only $3. I wanted to keep it really cheap because, yeah, I'm just kind of dipping my toes in this for now. But it's something that I wrote actually a few months ago, and I just have not gotten to getting it out yet. So I do hope that you enjoy it. And like I said, I'll link it below and you can check it out. So thank you so much for stopping by, and I will see you in my next video.